Hi everyone, and welcome to today's video. My name is Doctorate, and today we're going to be talking about bird flu. And should you be worried about bird flu in your dogs and your cats? We're going to be talking about the diagnosis, the symptoms, and the treatment options. As always, I want to thank our sponsor Waggle for bringing this important topic to attention, and absolutely recommend you check out their website and some of the amazing tools that they have to offer, like their pet cams, their temperature monitors, and of course their Waggle AI smart feeder, so that you can stay on top of everything your pet needs to stay happy and healthy. So can dogs and cats get bird flu? Yes, they can, but it's extremely rare. So bird flu or avian influenza is caused by a virus. It is a virus like the H5N1 virus, typically known as the bird flu or avian influenza. And so how do your dogs and cats contract or come down with the bird flu? Well, they have to come in contact with the bird itself, or droppings or excrement or feces, or areas that the birds have inhabited, infected birds have inhabited. So that may mean that your pet actually touches one of these birds. It may mean that they are frequenting ponds or bushes or brushes where these birds are inhabiting. It may come from food that the bird is processed from. So if you feed a raw diet or a diet that has not been cooked or properly processed, again, the handling of that raw meat, if it is infected, could potentially infect your dog or cat. So what should you be watching out for? What are these symptoms? It's going to be the typical flu-like symptoms. So you're going to have coughing, upper respiratory symptoms, fever, lethargy, maybe some runny nose, watery eyes, just feeling down in the dumps. So if you feel like your pet may have come down with this, again, extremely rare, and you take them to the vet, what might they do? How may they be able to diagnose or not diagnose your pet with bird flu? Because a lot of those symptoms can be symptoms of other much more common conditions. But if we suspect that bird flu may be the case, how are we going to diagnose this? So if your vet suspects bird flu, they're going to do a physical exam, they're going to take their vitals, and they may take a series of swabs or blood tests to send to the lab for PCR, other types of confirmatory testing. If they come back positive, then the treatment is more of a supportive care. So because we are dealing with a virus, there is no specific medication that your pet will be administered. It's going to be nursing care, it's going to be supportive care, it is going to be things to keep them comfortable while their body fights off the virus. And so it's going to include a lot of rest, hydration, proper nutrition, may include antibiotics for secondary bacterial infections, and medications to keep them comfortable from fever, like nonsteroidal anti-inflammatories. But the most important thing is to understand that the symptoms are usually very quickly resolved, self-limiting, and if you do those things, most dogs will recover very quickly, just fine. So what can you do to prevent this from happening? Try to not frequent areas where there are wild birds, poultry farms, obviously. Avoid feeding raw meat, raw milk, unpasteurized milk to your pets. Those can harbor the virus before they are killed or rendered inactive through the heat treating process. Stay up to date in your area. If there's a warning and there's an area where they are seeing a lot of these cases in the wildlife, avoid frequenting that area. Wash your hands, toys, balls, stuffies, anything like that that are left outside where birds may be congregating, or in bodies of water that these birds may have frequented. And then always keeping up to date with regular vet visits. That way, if they notice any signs or symptoms, or they can just your veterinarian can just keep you up to date on the happenings in the area. So bird flu is extremely rare. Yes, dogs and cats can get it. Yes, it is a viral disorder, but if you take some of these quick precautionary steps, stay up to date with your routine care, and then should your pet by chance contract the bird flu, following some simple guidelines from your veterinary team on home care, self-care, and nursing care can often and will often help your pet through a bird flu infection. So I hope that answers a lot of your questions about bird flu in our companion animal and pet species. If you have any further questions, please obviously ask your veterinary staff. They're always there, willing and ready to help you.